Okay guys, going to do a wee fly today that might help you out in the summer when the Caenis are hatching. This is just a wee fly. It's a kind of a wee exaggeration of the Caenis because the Caenis is tiny, called the angler's curse, and they hatch in huge numbers and the trout get very selective on them. Now, in the past, what I've used to actually catch some of these fish is actually dragging a sort of big white lure over the top of them, and that can sort of stimulate an aggressive attack on your fly. Now, it doesn't work all the time, but I had a wee think about it and I thought, if I fish a sort of Canis sized fly or type fly and pull that, so almost pop it, it might instill an aggressive response and the fish might take it. So basically what I've done is created a wee spent fly but with a bit of foam on the front to make it pop. Okay, so that's my thinking behind it. I've also made it slightly bigger. This is a 16. Now the Canis is probably smaller than that, 18s. But the hatching are millions, so sometimes it helps for it to stick out against all the rest. So I'm going to show you that today. So hooking device is a full and mill 50/50 size 16 barbless. You can use whatever you want. A normal 16 hook I'm sure will be fine. Lightweight kind of dry fly hook. Thread, white. So start just behind the eye and create a wee bed of thread just there. Okay. Then what you're looking for is a bit of black foam. This is 3mm booby foam. I just cut this myself with my cutters. It doesn't have to be round foam. You could use a bit of flat foam, cut a wee strip and fold it over. But what I'm going to do here is, if you grab the end and get a pull, a twist, it creates a wee kind of taper. And if you take that and just hold it on just behind the eye, cut all loose turns to get you started, and then just make sure it stays on the top and just whack that down, and it'll compact the foam. Okay, so that's that done. Now your tails, quite a broad tail here, well spread tail, which will help to float the fly. You can use hackle points, you could use microfibbits, you could use whatever you fancy really. I'm going to just use some Coq de Leon because I've got some here on my desk. So maybe say half a dozen or so fibres. Now the tails on the spinners are quite long, so at least the length of the body, probably a wee bit longer. Just tie that in and then thread underneath to spread them. Okay, cut away your waste. Yeah, keep it nice and slim. I'm just going to tidy those ends up and create a bit of a body with the white thread. And I'm going to put a wee bit of dubbing on there just to help with the floating. So any sort of white dubbing, I'm going to use this white. You could use a CDC feather, wind that over the body. You could just use the thread, whatever you've got to hand. Nothing too heavy, but maybe rabbit, something soft. You're not really wanting seal's fur for this, it's too spiky. So a nice thin dubbing spindle there. And then just leave some of the back bit bare and just wind that forward up towards the eye and just behind the foam there. So a tiny wee bit more just to tidy that area there. Now for the wing, I'm using sort of poly yarn. It comes in different colours. This is a cream. You get it in white, you get it in grey, you get it in bright colours as well, but I'm just going to use a bit of white, a bit of cream, sorry. Now, the wings on these wee flies are got a wee sort of sparkling glint to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of pearl and I'm going to double it. So let's make it 2 fibres and I'm going to double it again. So that's me got 4 fibres. And I'm going to lay that on top with a fly and make a wee sandwich of pearl and polyyarn. So it makes a great wee wing. It's a great wing for, like, say, a bibio hopper as well. You know, a bibio, this sort of hawthorn dry fly. I use this quite a bit as well on the wing. So anyway, take that over the top, and you're going to figure eight this onto the top of the hook. Don't worry about it being a bit long just now. That's fine. I'm going to cut that to length. So a nice tight figure eight to hold that in place. Okay, and just lift it all back. Build a wee head there. Take your whip finish. Whip finish on there. You could put a wee bit of varnish on that. I'm just going to put 2 whip finishes. Pull that tight. So a dead simple wee fly, but I think it's a tactic that'll work more. So your foam, just give yourself a mill, just a wee bit at the front. That'll help you to see it as well when it's lying flat on the surface. As I say, it'll make it pop. So part of the reason I left some of the glitter, put the glitter in the wing, is if you can leave the fly static, and I think that wee bit of glint will help to attract the fish as well. So your wings, just pull them up, tap them between your 2 fingers and just cut them to length. Now I've got a kind of rounded wing of Caenis, so give them a wee round. They're probably a wee bit long. Just going to come back up, take another wee 1/8, cut them all off of that. And if you just splay them back down, that's going to create your wing for your spent pattern. So that will sit flush on the surface like that. Okay, so that should be Caenis. Hopefully that might help you when the angler's curse is on through the summer. So why don't you tie a few up, give it a go, see how you get on with them. Hope you enjoyed that, guys.